Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Hope everyone is doing great on this lovely, what is it, Thursday, February 19th. We're already almost done with February. My goodness, man. Matty Ice, good morning, gang. NBA 3-pack is live. Just waiting on these baseball lines on DraftKings. Good morning, my boy. So good to see you, man. Brian, good morning, crew, and Matty Ice. Hope everyone is well. Good morning, Brian. Good to see you, buddy. Kirk, good morning, crew. Good morning, man. Good to see everybody in here. Hope you are doing well. Big Zach said, good morning, crew. Big Zach, what's up, man? Matty boy, what's good, gang? Ended up in the ER yesterday. All good now, 909%, but have lost 6 pounds since Saturday. I look great. My goodness, buddy. Are you all right? Dude, I was worried about you, man. I know you were feeling bad. Jeez. Well, you got that summer body, though. There you go. Hey, now we just got to tan it. You'll be good. Hey, what's up? Kirk, what's up, man? Cyclone, good morning, crew. The 7 a.m. show in Vegas just feels a bit different with the time difference. I can imagine so. Say what's up to Greg out there. Spell Dog, good morning, AB crew. What's up, bro? So good to see you. All right, let's jump into it. Say hello in the chat. So good to see everybody. All right, we went 2-2 yesterday. Man. All right, so let me say this. Yesterday was the exact reason why you're never going to see me do three-leg baseball parlays again. I didn't want to do it yesterday. It was brutal. All right, so Georgia hammered down. They won. Florida hammered down. They won. Louisiana Tech loses. Like, it's so difficult to just get three winners in this sport at times. So that was tough. We got Arkansas. Even though Arkansas lost the game in double overtime. Did y'all stay up watch that? Arkansas and Alabama was amazing. I think it ended 117 to 115. Just nuts, man. And Arkansas had a shot there at the end. But yeah, we got the cover. And then again, man, Kansas money line. Vanderbilt was getting whooped and then ended up coming back, and then they lose by 1. Brad said, my wife says, if you can't tone it, tan it. 100%. Your wife is absolutely correct on that. That's exactly what you do. Even if you're a little overweight, it looks better tan, baby. Let's go. She's right. All right. Oh, and then Brad, Winterthur, St. Gallen over 3. He absolutely smoked that. So, Brad, well done, man. And your wife is correct. 100%. So, well done. All right. So, what do we have yesterday in baseball? LSU held it down, 12-1 win over Nichols. Nichols now 0-5. This team is not good. NC State gets the win. Georgia gets the win. North Carolina gets the win. Mississippi State hammers down 19-0 on Alcorn State. Alcorn State, the home of Steve McNair. There we go. Miami continues to roll. 6-2 win over Indiana State, and then Florida 9-3 win over Stetson. All right, so there we go. What do we have? Oh, college basketball. Sorry. Arizona took out BYU last night, 75-68. BYU covers. Creighton beats UConn, 91-84. Kansas put it on Oklahoma State last night. Illinois put it all over USC. Gonzaga did the same to San Francisco. Virginia, 94-68 win over Georgia Tech. Excuse me. St. John's, big win over Marquette. Look at this. Vanderbilt lost by 1 to Missouri. Alabama beat Arkansas 117-115. There you go. All right. So, yeah, Matt said Aaron McNair. Definitely, man. Alonzo called over Arkansas all game, under first half, Arizona BYU spread. Alonzo, you're crushing it, man. Great job on that. For sure. Matty, I said Creighton. Yep. There you go, man. They only put up 6 in Switzerland. Yes, they did. All right. Now, today's show is going to be a little bit different for you. Do you like the show, The First 48? Okay. If you like that show, that's what today's show is all about. Let me explain. Let's get to the pick. Hey, here we go. That's right. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. We have one play today. That's it. That's all I have. One play. I don't like the board. College baseball, we'll go through it. Ranked games, college basketball, you don't have any. And the NBA is back, which is awesome, but I don't trust it at all. Not in the first day back. So here's what we have, okay? We have like 8 games in college baseball. I said that this show today is going to be like the first 48, and that's exactly what it is, except instead of solving some horrendous crime out in the streets, what we have to solve are 2 things. We have to figure out the Arizona UConn baseball game, And then we have to pair it. That is our mission for today. That's our investigation. Okay. So let me walk through what we have in baseball, and hopefully it makes sense what I'm saying. Yeah, Maddie, I said fade the Shockers. I know. I don't want to fade Wichita State. I don't want to do it. Wichita State's taking on Hawaii here. Yeah. So that's what we have for today. Got to figure out the Arizona UConn game, and then what do we pair it with? So let's jump in. This is college baseball, by the way. Cincinnati and UAB. I don't know if there is anything consistent to find in this game. Cincinnati playing good ball, took out Auburn, took one from Auburn there. Minus 200 on the money line. Yeah. So I don't find anything there. Let me know if you do. Kirk said, AB, I got player props in the Discord. Perfect, man. Appreciate that. Matty Ice, I saw we talked about, obviously, you dropped that NBA 3-pack in the Discord as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate you there. Okay. So we continue. Now, you know how in the first 48 they have like two investigations in one? That's what we have. Instead of going to like Tulsa and Memphis. All right, first one, we're going to Arizona. We've got to figure this out. And the second one, we've got to kind of figure out a crime. All right, enough first 48. I like that show. All right. What's your favorite city? Anybody that watches first 48? Mine's Tulsa. UConn, Arizona. Okay, so here is a matchup of two teams that I think are all right. Arizona, I believe in more than I do UConn, at least at the moment. But here's the problem. Both of these teams are, how do you say it? Defeated. Right? They haven't won. They need to get this thing going. So that is number one, what we have to figure out. Now, don't get me wrong. I have nothing against UConn. However, if there were ever a day for Arizona to have gotten themselves together, gather it, right? Get a few cuts in at practice and say, all right, boys, we're all right. We're all right. Let's calm down. Let's come out and rip. If I were Arizona, that is your exodus path, right? Is getting to the plate and just rip it. Grip and rip. Put up as many runs as you can. At least that's how I see it. Okay? So I'm not saying that I've solved this case in the first 2 minutes, but for me, Arizona's where it's at today in this spot. I don't like that UConn's in the same spot, but I got to roll with Arizona here. Minus 195 on the money line. That's what makes it attractive, as a parlay piece. So, okay, so that's kind of like my investigation one is, and if you have a differing opinion, trust me, drop it in the chat. This is not, and anyone that's new, let me say, this is not one of those shows where like, if you drop it in, like if you drop a pick that's like opposite of mine, I just go off the rails and yell like, no. Trust me. Like it's all of us together doing this, right? Like you might be seeing something completely different and you might be spot on. So yeah, please drop that in for sure. All right. So that's how I see it. So that's where I'm starting is that Arizona is kind of my base for today. All right. Now, where do we find a dance partner for Arizona? So I went with Hawaii. Let me put the banner up here. Apologies. Even though it's just one pick. Still. And anyone looking, saying, hey, one pick, man. Have you ever had one pick? Not really. But today is just not the day to be throwing money at stuff. There's some weird games. All right, so Oklahoma State, Grand Canyon. Oklahoma State, they could use one here. It's been a tough row so far. All right. Minus 195 here on the money line. But, man, I don't know enough about Grand Canyon, but I do know that Grand Canyon gets players. But you got to think Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State might be the play. I don't know. If you have a thought on that, let me know. All right, BYU and Omaha. BYU might be a play. Maddie, I said, beautiful national park. Shout out to GrandCanyon.com. Is there a GrandCanyon.com? Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you this real quick. Side note. I love seeing like the reactions of like the park rangers, when people are doing stupid stuff for like an Instagram picture. And they're like, yeah, that guy's going to fall off. He won't be coming back. Those park rangers, they're done with it. With the Instagram pictures, they've had enough. All right. Man. Okay. What do we get here? BYU, they took 2 out of 4 from Western Kentucky on the road, who I think Western Kentucky is a pretty good baseball team. I don't think they're great, but I think they're a good club. I think that BYU is too. Again, it's early. We don't want to put labels on teams. This whole first month of the season is really just kind of finding our path, right? Like we've got an established path of teams, but now do we have little exit routes in and out? And BYU is one of those exit routes, man. Like they're a decent team. Minus 280 in the money line, though. It is like BYU can't play at home because it's probably too cold. And I don't know what it is in Omaha today, but yeah, BYU could be that. It could be the dance partner for it today. Pat, it's not like those other shows who think too much of themselves and give out wrong info. This is the best out there. Welcome new people. Hey, Pat, I appreciate that. And brother, I appreciate you, man. And yeah, no doubt. Like, I don't ever want to be that show where you're like, dude, this dude is just throwing out stuff. Like, no. Now, trust me, I don't ever want to do a show where we have one pick. That's not good, great entertainment. However, hey, it's our money. Yeah. Kirk, gifted 5 DTL memberships. Kirk, hey, thank you so much, brother. Cannot thank you enough for that. And thank you, everybody in the crew. And welcome in to the 5 new members. So good to see y'all. Raymond, good morning, DTL fam. Feels good to be back. Raymond, it's great to have you back, big dog. So good to see you, brother. How we doing, man? All right, so BYU could be that dance partner today. All right, Seattle, California Baptist. I don't have info on these. I don't know enough about these teams. Cal Baptist minus 425 on the money line. Utah, UC San Diego. Okay, so Utah game against Fresno the other day was canceled. So didn't get a chance to get a good look at Utah. So unfortunately, I don't have much info here for you. And I'll say, I think the books are saying the same thing. That minus 115. Yeah, they're doing that move again. And I don't blame them here because there's just not a lot of data. So the books are saying the same thing. They're like, you want to roll the dice? We'll roll it with you. All right, St. Joseph, Sacramento State. I got nothing for you. I do not know these baseball teams. Utah Tech and Pacific. Again, not going to lie. I don't know much about Utah Tech, although Utah Tech sounds like a fun school, man. Has anybody ever been to Utah Tech? All right, Wichita State and Hawaii. Okay, here we go. So I have Hawaii paired up with Arizona. Arizona taking on UConn. Hawaii taking on Wichita State here. Hawaii minus 166 on the money line. So, I mean, we have 2 games with money lines under minus 200. We're gambling today. But like we said, yeah, hey, the Shockers. Great baseball program. I know. I do not want to fade Wichita State, man. Justin, I know it's gambling, but maybe we should start rolling the dice with the minus 115 lines where the books throwing their hands up going and keep track to see if we can find an edge in picking these. Hey, I mean, look, I'm very down to place gambling bets, right? Like I'm very much in for that. Now, I won't put it on the recap screen, right? Like in the morning of, hey, let's all jump on this. But I'm with that, no doubt. All right, so we'll jump back to that game. I like the way you're thinking, Justin. All right, so real quick, look, I think Hawaii has the edge matchup pitching wise. I think Hawaii can hit with them. Now, Wichita State's going to be pitching on their own. And plus 130 on the money line. I mean, this thing might as well be minus 115, minus 115. All right, but you do are. What a sentence that is. Hey, shout out to the Tennessee public school education system. Whatever you do are. Yeah. I think Hawaii is the play. I think. But that's where I come to you. And I say, if we can figure this out, we can make a buck in a day where there's just not much. But can we manufacture money out of nothing? Right? Ooh. Well, under excuse me, under whenever this line drops is what I want to see. Yep. Great look. Let's take a guess. I'm going to say they put it at 13.5. So what would you do with that? Would you go under 13.5? Definitely go under 14.5, right? Michael, hooked on phonics in Tennessee. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Shout out to the state of Tennessee. But public education system. Always a blast. Alonzo, under 13.5. Yeah. All right. Well, I'd consider under 12.5 too. Yep. You know what? I'm with you. That's as low as I would go, but I'm with you. And I think we're going to get 13.5. Cortez, member for 24 months. My goodness, Tez. Seems like I joined yesterday. Let's eat crew. Tez, thank you, man. For real. And all of you in the crew. Unbelievable. Y'all the best. So, okay. So that's where I'm sitting. Hawaii. I know it feels like a different show because we don't have a ton of picks. That's fine. Not every betting day is built the same. But that's how I'm going to figure out this first 48 investigation. Matty, I said Birmingham in first 48. Birmingham is good. Yep. Kendrick said Dallas. Dallas is good too. I like Atlanta as well. Atlanta's grown on me. Memphis is the old school, right? Man, if you ever want to see the worst first 48, it was in Memphis. And I think it's called Leicester Street. Whoo, I think it was like 6 got put down. Family too. That was a different episode right there. Not to make that sad. All right. Brian said, way to go, Cortez. Let's go. Big Taz, baby. All right, Rick. Hawaii, Arizona plus 167. There we go. Yeah, and again, I say it as for sure. And I say it to everybody, you certainly do not have to agree with me. That is not this type of show, and you guys all know that. But yeah, I mean, that's the best look I had at it, right? Was can we get Arizona and can we get Hawaii? Matty Ice, Wichita State's a fun watch this year. Jason Jones can knock him, and Mike Sweeney's boys can play. Yeah, we're already seeing Jason Jones popping up, man. Yeah, that's how I look at it. Tina, good morning, AB and crew. Hope everyone is having a great week. Hi, Tina. So good to see you. I hope you are having a wonderful week as well. And thank you. All right, so going back to the minus 115. Utah, UC, San Diego. Hey, Justin, I'm down to get down, man. Which side do you want to go? You pick it. Like I'm good. We get to watch a game, learn both of them. I definitely want to watch Utah, and we're going to need to keep up with UC San Diego as well. Now, I don't think that these two teams are the best baseball teams that are out there, but I do want to know more about Utah, man, because Utah, BYU, we got to play a lot of elevation and strictly weather betting last year with those two when it got deep in the summer. Alonzo, Arizona game, assuming we get 13 and a half over under, should we consider the under? All right, so that's another great question. All right, so, and here's the other part too, real quick, and I'll put this back up. Your state, your books might have completely different games than I have. This is just all that I have. So you might be looking at it like, yeah. Sharks, yeah, I like App State as well, Pat. I'm taking the -3.5. I'm good with it up to -4.5. All right. Arizona game, assuming we get 13 and a half, should we consider the under? All right, let me pull this back up. Okay. UConn needing a win. Arizona needing a win. I think Arizona is going to bring it at the plate today. I don't know what you're going to get out of UConn. That's what scares me. If we were looking at the over. So going off of Alonzo, what you're saying, yeah, we should absolutely consider it. Again, the scary part is that, well, I mean, I do think that Arizona is going to hit the ball today. I think they're going to be aggressive at the plate. But I mean, I don't think they're putting up 14 runs, Like, okay, here's a perfect example. And I'm not saying that this game is going to be exactly the same. I'm not saying it's going to be close at all. UConn can win this game, right? But so yesterday we had over under 13 and a half with Nichols and LSU. Okay. So we were looking at it, and some people were rolling LSU -4.5. Well done. Some people were saying, well, I'm going to take the over 13 and a half, which it didn't get there, but I believe it got into a run rule. So some might have gotten their money back. Like, that's the tough part. But the under hit, right? So LSU winning 12-1. So kind of what I'm just talking out loud in my head is, Alonzo, I agree with you, man. Like, Arizona could come out and absolutely stomp them, right? And win 9-2 and get the under, like Alonzo's saying. I agree with you, bro. The danger is both of these teams are, a cornered wild animal, right? Like, that's our risk. But other than that, like, if we're going off of just how these teams are playing right now, the under, if it comes in at 13 and a half, oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna see. All right, Tony. You got it. All right, Arizona, UConn, 13 and a half. All right, there we go. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I feel you. If you're taking a shot, sorry, my face is itching today. If you're going with that 13 and a half, yeah. Justin, I think we take UC San Diego going home advantage. Plus, we're going to keep track of them anyway. Hey, I'm down. Let me throw it back up here. Utah, UC San Diego. All right, so let me star that. All right, so you want to roll UC San Diego money line? I'm in, man. Let's do it, bro. All right, so I'll write it down. I'll place it. Show's over. All right, UC San Diego money line -115. All right, I'm in for that, man. I like it. And again, we're going to get a good look at these teams too. Zach said, a little mid-major love. Definitely, man. Look at the Danimal. The Danimal member for 24 months. Hope everyone is doing great. Best crew around. Danimal, my boy. Hey, so good to see you. Thank you. It's unbelievable, man. Thank you for your support, man. You and the crew, y'all are what makes Detail what it is. Seriously. Cannot thank you all enough. I'd hug every one of you if I could. Justin, this game is going to be cold today at 7 p.m. Arizona, low 40s right now in their stadium in the middle of the desert valley where the air gets kind of stale. Good call. Good look. Yep. So, yeah, that's another thing, too. No humidity, cold. Yeah, we've all played in that. Not fun. Yeah, unders are hitting. I know that we're looking at and seeing a lot of games that are high scoring. And don't get me wrong, there are plenty of them that are out there, but there's a lot of unders coming in. These totals are high. Honestly, man, they're high. Everyone who's been doing this, all of us together for a couple of years now, aren't these totals high? I mean, I know it's more when we get into conference play, we start seeing 10 and a half, 11 and a half. But dude, even in college baseball, I mean, think about 13 and a half in the over. I mean, that's 7-7. I know that it can happen, and hey, it might be the craziest. It is. College baseball is the craziest sport to bet. Anybody, I know I said it yesterday. I'll say it every day. Anyone out there, every single one of you that's betting college baseball, salute. This is not an easy sport at all. And most people don't bet it, so they don't know. And you try to explain, just like how wild it is, and their face just kind of glazes over, right? But anybody who's in the trenches knows it. So let me be the first one to say, dude, hat tip, salute to you. It is a Wild West sport, but it's fun. All right, so UC San Diego, let's roll with that. Scott, totals are almost unbettable. They're high. They're super high right now. I know. We're used to them being much, much, much lower. Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. Brian, some golf picks for this week. Top 10, Matt Fitzpatrick plus 250. Winner, Tommy Fleetwood plus 2,200. Colin Morikawa plus 2,900. Top 40, Tom Hogue. I hope I pronounced that correctly, plus 102. And Tom Kim plus 102. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, sir. Matt, Oklahoma State over 11 and a half. Ooh, we got an 11 and a half there. Ooh, I like it. Kirk, AB, what do you think about Sacramento State money line and Arizona money line parlay plus 135? Let me see. Do I have Sacramento State? Yeah. I don't know enough. I'll be honest. I definitely don't know St. Joseph's. That man, it's tough. I don't know. I wish I had a better answer for you. Does anybody out there know anything on Sacramento State, St. Joseph's? I don't, and I don't want to lie to you, brother. But you're in the same boat that I am, right? It's like, all right, can we figure out the Arizona UConn game? All right, that is our. All right, we're pouring concrete. All right, we're building a deck. All right, Arizona is our concrete. All right, and our posts. We got to figure it out first. So I'm with you on that. And then number two, we have to build our deck, right? So, I mean, you might have the look, bro. You might have it. I just don't know, man. Enough on those two teams. Aubie, hey, buddy, keep up the great work. Hey, right back at you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Ian, what's up, baby? Hey, salute indeed. Scott, Arizona, Oklahoma State parlay is something I like a lot. There we go. There we go. That might be the look. That might be the look. Yeah, Alonzo said that minus 166 is bait. Yeah, that's true too. Anytime you see anything that's under minus 200, just go ahead and assume, hey, it's minus 115 both sides, right? I mean, it's close. Yeah. So we're going to find out. All we could do is, here's another thing too. And this sounds so lame, but it's good reps. You don't have to bet every team. I'll be honest with you. I simulate bets at times. And what I mean by that is this. So if I'm looking at that saying, all right, I want to understand St. Joseph's and Sacramento State more, right? Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this game on ESPN Plus, but I could track it the best that I can, right? On the D1 baseball scores, all that. And I'll simulate it and say, all right, just write down on paper, hey, I had Sacramento State minus 1.5 plus 110, whatever. And just track it, keep it. Now, again, I mean, it's lame, but you could find out a little bit more, when it feels like you have something on the team and not wasting your money on it. You know what I mean? Again, they're just practice reps, but kind of lame, but it's how I figure out some of these teams, or at least try to. Scott, AB, can you run down the roster for Utah Tech? Yeah, we need to. I listen. Utah Tech sounds like it'd be a fun school, though. I'm in on it. All right, so that is our goal for today. Figure out Arizona, UConn, and then figure out how to pair it. Find a dance partner for that team. That's what I have. Now, we also, okay, so again, you see it on the bottom. I went with Arizona, this is baseball, Arizona money line, Hawaii money line. One play, I know, but yeah, I'm not going to throw a bunch at you. There's just not much that I like today. Rockets and the Hornets. Rockets, 4.5 point. Okay, so real quick. The NBA is back tonight. In case anyone out there doesn't keep up with the NBA too terribly much, but bets and all that. The NBA is back from All-Star break tonight. It's the first night back. You've got a big slate of games here. Kirk, Matty Ice have dropped plays in the Discord. None from me, at least yet. We'll be live this afternoon to go over at college baseball in the NBA as well. But I'll say this too. First night back, I'm being a little careful. So Rockets and the Hornets. Rockets minus 4.5, total of 216.5. Nets and the Cavs. Cavs 16.5 point favorites, total of 229.5. AB Utah Tech is 5-0. Hey, I'm telling you, Utah Tech might be our undercover team right there. That might be the undercover team. All right. Yeah. I'm liking Utah Tech. All right. Cavs, big favorites tonight. Hawks and the 76ers. 76ers, 1.5 point favorites, total of 238.5. Pacers and the Wizards. Pacers, 2.5 point favorites, a total of 232.5. Pistons and the Knicks. Knicks, 4.5 point favorites, total of 221.5. Now, we have a great game here. Madison Square Garden. All right, Knicks, 35-20. Pistons, 40-13. Pistons, 18-7 on the road. Knicks, 21-7 at home. This is going to be a great game tonight. Anybody have anything on Cade Cunningham? What about Jalen Brunson? Raymond, hey, look at my dog coming right back in the fold. I love it. Wemby over 14.5 points of rebounds. Double K's 25 plus points. Quadruple. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm rolling with it all day. Let's go. I love it, man. So good to see you, buddy. Melanie. Look at Melanie Sue. Good morning. Good morning, Mels. So good to see you. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. How's Shula? Shula. Liddy. Hi, Mels. How we feeling today? Yeah. Mels, so good to see you. Matty Ice. Cade Cunningham points could be nice. I agree. Now, okay, here's the question. Do we think that we get points? And I don't mean just this game, just like in general. All right, first night back after, basically a week off. Well, depending on who was playing in All-Star Weekend, right? But yeah, like, do we think overall we're going to see points? Is it going to be more defensive? Is it going to be more offensive tonight? I'm just going to be straight up. Yeah, I'm fascinated to see that. Cade Cunningham points could be nice. I agree. Brunson could be the same way. Raptors and the Bulls here. Let me pull up full screen. Toronto, 5.5 point favorite on the road. Total 231.5. Suns and the Spurs. Good game here. All right. Booker, Wemby. Spurs, 7.5 point favorites. Total of 229.5. Spurs, 19-6 at home. Suns, 14-13 on the road. Suns were playing tough going into the All-Star break. Celtics and the Warriors. Celtics, 5.5 point favorites on the road. Total of 212.5. Matty Ice. Matas Buzelis over 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists, minus 125. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. If I didn't, apologies. Grayson Allen over 16.5 points and assists, minus 122. Love that, man. Scott, what's up, brother? Points-wise, what are you talking about? Which game we got here? Oh, Prize Picks. Cunningham is 25.5. I took the under. Thank you, my friend. Scott, so good to see you, buddy. All right, Celtics and the Warriors. Magic and the Kings. Magic, 8.5 point favorites. Total of 223.5. DeMar DeRozan, Paolo Banchero. Nuggets of the Clippers. All right, so who's rolling with Jokic here? I saw Jokic triple-double. God, it's crazy the amount of triple-doubles this dude puts up. I mean, he's literally could go for a triple-double every night, man. It's nuts. What do we think? Nuggets, 4.5 point favorites on the road. Do we like the Nuggets as a whole? Clippers were playing hot the last month. Got to give them credit. Not the best team in the NBA, but they've been hustling, man. 26-28, 13-11 at home. We've been watching them. Have to give them credit. The Clippers playing good ball, playing tough. And that's what we have. That's what we have in the NBA. That's what we have in sports. All right, so let me put up the picks. Like I said, we'll get out of here. I can't believe we went 40 minutes on a day like this. All right, so again, you are seeing history. I think it's the first time I've ever had one play on this show, but I care about your money too. Yeah, we don't want to go crazy on this one. So, all right, we'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. We'll have totals on all these baseball games, as well as the NBA. We'll take a look at props. But that's what we have. So, Arizona money line, baseball. Hawaii money line, baseball, plus 140. Raymond said, Magic all day. Kings are tanking along with Sabonis and Zach LaVine out for the rest of the season. Yeah, no doubt. They absolutely are tanking, man. Tony said, AB, it's a parlay. We'll count it as 2 plays. There we go. We keep the streak alive. I love it, man. All right, we'll get out of here. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. We'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central to finish all this up. We'll have all the totals, run lines, and all that. We'll get after it. But it's going to be a great Tuesday. It's going to be a great Thursday. All right, everyone have a wonderful one. We'll see you at 3 p.m. Eastern. Till then, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.